keep everything very, very fluid and keep everything very complete. I can always wait to finish things later on, but try to keep it open, try to keep it complete. Okay, that's good enough at the moment. I don't feel like I need to fill in those gaps, so to speak. I do feel like I need to come over here, though, and I need to state what's going on over here. I've taken a little bit of cobalt blue right here for my darkest version of the, little bit of cobalt and a little bit of Payne's gray for my darkest areas of the candlestick holder right here. And what I notice about that, remember early on I said squint your eyes, squint your eyes, squint your eyes. I keep saying that. It's really important because if you squint your eyes, what starts to happen is I can make judgments there. If I squint, I notice that the darkest part of the candlestick right there is also very, very similar to the dark area back here. They sort of blend into one. I lose the boundary, so to speak. When I say that I lose the boundary, what I mean by that is it doesn't pop out. You know, this doesn't pop from its background a whole lot. Gets a little bit of lighter over here. So I have a lost boundary. I know that my values are close then when that happens. I want to get the top of that candlestick, and I have the opening of that a little bit right here. Pick up some shadow in there. Right? I think it's very important to think about shadow shapes. A lot easier to paint, still challenging, but a lot easier to paint if we try not to think about the object itself. If I don't worry about painting a candlestick, then I don't have any preconceived ideas of what a candlestick needs to look like. In other words, what I can do is I can focus on the shape itself. Try to focus on the shape and it becomes a little bit easier. Sort of an abstract way of thinking. I'm coming over here, lightening up just a little bit back here in the background, but still keeping it dark enough that this light area is going to play off of it. And I'm going to come in here and just bring that candlestick into check a little bit here now. Fix that. That's nice. Come across the bottom here. And get that shadow that we have in at the base. Working very rapidly right now. I'm going to come over here too. There's a lot of stuff going on. Taking a little bit of the sap green I had and a little bit of cerulean blue. And I'm coming in here. It's a little too green. I'm going to take a little bit more cobalt. And I'm going to come in here. I see, when I'm looking at this right now, one of the things that can happen, I see part of the candlestick through the bottle right here. I also see the darkness up here of the background through the bottle. And that's important. You know, this is another thing I was just saying to you just a moment ago, that what happens is we can get a little freaked out sometimes. We can think, well, how do I paint a bottle? It's glass. I see through it. It's transparent. That's really hard to do. Well, yeah, yes and no. It can be a little intimidating. But if I forget about it being glass and I say, well, what do I see through the bottle? I see the colors that are in the background. I see what's beyond it. So I sort of paint those in there. You know, I don't worry too much about it being a bottle. I just try to think in abstract terms. Let me think about the shape.